on the David Coleman Headley deposition. He's currently being cross-examined by Abu Jindal's lawyer in Mumbai court. During the interrogation, Headley said that he developed a hatred for India and said that he is a bad person. Now, these are the kind of statements that Headley is making about himself during his testimony to Abu Jindal's lawyer. We have Kajal joining us on this. She's live with us right now to tell us more about it. Yes, Kajal, over to you. Please update us with all the latest that we know so far from that testimony of David Coleman Headley to Abu Jindal's lawyer.
Yes, of course, he was actually asked about how he developed and whether he had hatred for India right from his childhood. That was the question put by Abdul Wahab, the defense lawyer, and he said that yes, he had hatred for India and Indians from his childhood, after which he was asked a follow-up question about how had he developed this hatred. And he said that during the 1971 war in December, his school was bombed and the people who were working in his school had died, and that is when he started developing this hatred for India and Indians. He was also asked whether this was one of the factors for his joining the LET, and he did confirm that yes, that was one of the reasons out of many for why he joined the LET when sometime in the early 2000s. He was also asked about certain conditions that he may have laid down during his plea agreement with respect to extradition to India, and whether or not he had been the one initiating this particular condition, or was it the FBI, to which he said that he was not part of the back and forth between the lawyers, and it was then that he said that I thought that I had come here for a testimony. I did not know that I had to talk about the back and forth between the lawyers of FBI and my lawyers. मैं बहुत खराब इंसान हूँ, ये मैं मान गया हूँ, और अगर आप और इस बात को साबित करना चाहते हैं तो आप आगे बढ़िए. So it was to this particular question where he admitted that I have already pled guilty. I know that I'm a bad person, and if you want to further prove it, you can go ahead. Conflicting himself as such. In fact, wherever there is a question that Abdul Wahab is trying to put in where there could be a chance of contradiction, he himself comes across and says that I have already said this in the examination in chief, or that I have already said this a couple of days before. So these are some of the things that he is also ensuring that he doesn't contradict himself in the entire testimony. There is also the fact of his supervised release and other things that were asked to him. He was the three separate convictions that he had already got in the US, he has been quizzed on it again. In fact, today he was asked about whether he had violated his conditions for release in March 1995, and he said that yes, he had, and that he had been sent to 6 months in prison for violating those conditions. Remember, those times he was a drug trafficker and he had been arrested several times by the DEA, and the defense did try to prove a point whether he was in collusion with the FBI, and that is why he was getting special treatment in the prison, special treatment in the plea bargain, and special treatment in the various other methods that could be availed of him, whether it was in reducing his sentence or not. But at that time he was told, he said that nothing of that is true, that there was no collusion between him and the US authorities.
Yes, Kajal, so in the larger picture, I mean, this is supposed to be a cross-examination by the lawyer of somebody who's accused in the 26/11 attack. Now, explain to us the relevance of it in legal terms. What would be its validity? How does it serve our interest in terms of investigation into 26/11?
Well, you know, David Headley is one of the first persons who knows about the planning and the conspiracy. So for us, we already had these things on paper. We already had investigated from Kasab's statement. But this is a first-hand account of how the planning at the higher level took place, because, you know, Kasab and the others were foot soldiers, and it was Headley and the others at the LET who were actually coordinating. Headley was the one who conducted the recce. Headley was the one who gave inputs to the ISI and to various other authorities in Pakistan regarding the recce's that he had conducted. So it gives an idea of the complete picture, and of course the prosecution is hoping that there will be something that could indict Abu Jindal further, but so far nothing of that has come out.
Yes, Kajal, so that, of course, is true in the sense that here we are now getting a complete picture. So would you go to the extent of saying that this would help us tremendously in joining the dots, in actually getting a clear idea of the entire plot?
Yes, of course, we will get a clear idea of the entire plot, and more pertinently, it will be from the horse's mouth itself.
Yes.
The person who actually conducted the recce, the person who was the mastermind, is talking to us right now. So that just substantiates whatever we have theorized earlier, whatever we have already presented in the 2611 trial.